huge blob coming on in. Oh my god, Stuka missed it. I think he got 1 kill. 1 man died in that bomb. Poor man. Poor guy. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on City 17. I think it's been a while since we've been on this map, or at least I have a short-term memory issue. One of those two things is likely. You decide, or believe whatever you want to. In any case, this was submitted by a patron, which is amazing. Thank you to every single person who supports me at my Patreon. If you want to support me, again, the link is right down below, but it truly, honestly does help me out. So thank you so very much to all my patrons and all my supporters. But in any case, let's see who's in this game. We got Hef666, the devil, Surprise Mechanics. Oh my, yes, 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 good. Oh my god, that's a fucking great goddamn gamer tag right there. We got a lot of numbers, I'm assuming a phone number, 59, and we got a player I can't read, so that means we look at the profile, and they are praising the sun, which maybe they're hoping the gods smite the plague? Maybe it's that. I'll just say days right over here. We got Omnizeal, 6-shooter, Milam, and rifle as well on the Axis side. 2 Brits as well, 2 Soviets. Looks like it's going to get pretty hot. Looks like, oh my god. Oh, this is some disparaging stuff. We got some high, we got some low. And again, it just shows playtime and actual rank. But that was a rig system for a long time. And spawned my personal meme, rank doesn't matter. Which, again, personally I enjoy, even though it has no bearing because there is a leaderboard system, but not in the game. People keep telling me, Greyshot, just look at the leaderboard. Cool, I have to download like a whole separate fucking app system to get it working. And Co has enough trouble right now running as it is, so I'll be good. I'll keep working now, I'll keep cracking, but for right now I am fine. Anyway, C17 is a very interesting map. Both sides battle over the fuel. This area is a lot more urban. The other side's a lot more open, with some cover by the dead tanks, although there's a lot of buildings up here, which can be used as a high point to kind of attack the ground below. Though that can be said about here as well, holding his position to help fight in this general area. Now, real quick, we have Volk squads pushing into the Universal Carrier, British, and an MG. No way the Germans are taking this anytime soon. There, it looks like Milam and Rifle are focusing against these forces over here. Again, they're both OKW, which is kind of a bad split in my opinion. OKW on one side, Wehrmacht on the other. Unfortunately, not the best at like keeping the teams even, I would say. Luckily, this map, it is more of a 2v2. So if one side does very well, hopefully they can kind of help out and then in mid while the other two scramble for their lives. Conscripts just pouring on in. We are both both Brits are on the right too. Never mind. Both sides are fair then. Both sides are kind of screwed because both sides rely on their own faction strengths and weaknesses. So we'll see if their commanders help fix that. Milam going grand defensive. I almost said strategic reserve, but I didn't. It comes with a Tiger, some really good infantry, and smoke for Ken Whiff for taking the shot. Missing, but I think he's actually not missing the Universal Carrier. I think he's just trying to kill the heavy cover. Not a bad idea. If you can destroy the enemy cover, that is incredibly useful to winning the battlefield. The Universal Carrier coming back on in with a flamethrower, trying to burn the enemy out, which is perfect. Flamethrower is incredibly deadly to people in buildings. Meanwhile, Sturm Pioneers opening fire on the British infantry. The British can try their best, but the Sturm should win this battle because of the close-range rifles. Again, if they can close in on a target, they're probably going to win, especially against British infantry. Until they get 5-man squads, yeah, they're not going to win that fight. Meanwhile, it looks like the Brits are easily pushing back the Axis in this sector. Volk squad's pulling back, don't want to fight a flamethrower unit, at least without some support. Meanwhile, it's not going any better on the left-hand side. We have a bunker down here, which I'm assuming will slightly delay the Allies because they have to remove it either with Molotovs or mortar fire. Sniper is also on the field by Deus over there. Now, let's see. We got ourselves artillery by Royal Engineers. Or, sorry, Royal Artillery. Royal Engineers, different one. Shock, and then we got shock rifle front line with, again, nice assortment of anti-infantry abilities plus a IS-2 for good measure. So, right now, what are the main objectives on this map? What people should be focusing on? Well, first off, make sure you grab munitions. I saw both sides kind of ignore that, but I get it. You want to kind of focus on the fuel because everyone says it's the most important thing. And to be fair, I mean, I can definitely see why, but personally, I'm a munitions guy myself. It's just me. It's absolutely just me in that regard. Any case. So Stern Pioneers moving on in to capture the point. We'll see. Universal Carrier is going to have some issues with the kind warfare right there. But if you kind of maneuver it right, you can still do damage against the guys in the building. Meanwhile, on the left, Panzer Grenadiers charging with Pioneers, Flamethrowers, Grenadiers. They're trying to get close to these units. Unfortunately, there's just enough direct fire. The Davis guy is just all conscript. He's all front line. He's like, what's a support unit? I prefer mass infantry tactics. That's what apparently he believes. And you know what? I will doubt the man because right now he's doing pretty good for himself. Scout car, although, is on the field, so we'll see how mass infantry does. He's going to need some AT of some type. PTRS rifle. Meanwhile, the other Soviet has some support, but still a lot of conscripts right now. Let's see, the other German players are festing support. A lot of good support, specifically artillery with light, medium, and I would say heavy variants. You got the lighter variant with the heavy mortar. You got the you got the heavy with the heavy artillery. But then you have like this medium variant with a sector, which it depends on the hits, especially if the person's reacting, because I don't think it quite hits as hard as the heavy. But what makes up for in damage, I would say it definitely packs more, just a sheer amount, especially calling in a sector. The enemy's not coming in. So that's the great thing about it. And also, it's more defensive than offensive, but you can use it offensively if you can capture a point quick and then turn the tide on the enemy. But again, if the enemy knows what you're doing, they can kind of counter it. Meanwhile, snipers over on this side. Looks like allies are going a lot of snipers. Nice! I love this. Flamethrower and dive into the side. It's like he literally hits him with everything and then ducks for cover before he gets hit by a AT grenade or something. Meanwhile, we have a we have a normal half-track. Moving on in, we have a sniper there that will... Okay, sniper runs away. You know, sniper, you have armor-piercing rounds. You can actually do a lot of damage versus these light vehicles. Meanwhile, we have Volks and Sturms trying to push the hill. Unlikely, another universal carrier is coming on in. This guy's going to just burn the Germans back. There is a Verkehrwerfer. Good job by Rifle and Milam for both getting Verkehrwerfers. Again, a lot of people don't, so I always tip my hat off to players who are one step ahead. Meanwhile, again, we can see here Milam has the high ground. Unfortunately, Rifle does not. He is trying to advance, but having issue pushing up the hill. Now, what has this British player done? He has no MGs up here. His MG is actually kind of back. He's actually guarding the entirety of these 2 points. Meanwhile, Orange is only guarding 1 point here, and he fell apart. He doesn't really have a huge army, but he is getting a armored car, which is very, very good at killing half-tracks. He doesn't have a lot of infantry. Or frontline base. He does have some support, and the sniper's a big deal. But he's got to start putting some work into it. It only has 1 kill so far, so it's honestly not worth it. You want to make sure that the unit you get does add up to do something. Unfortunately, it's just not. Nice job by Milam coming in on the flank, trying to, I'm assuming, break up this area, which is probably the weaker area of the bunch, because the MG had to fall back because of the flank. Meanwhile, Universal Carrier tried to come in, but got Panzerfausted. For Verkehrwerfer coming on the flank, we have a Panzer II ready and waiting with a MG 34 on standby. Nice shot for Verkehrwerfer firing through the brush, hitting target. Volk squad's pouring on in, knock out the AT gun. That's its biggest issue. Now they can just have fun. Sniper just giving watch. I don't know why. Maybe just try to get a shot on this. Not entirely sure. But not really helping. Could fire and run away, but again, just kind of being a bit of a chicken. Meanwhile, though, Germans not doing much better on the left. Looks like the Soviets are doing quite well. This sniper has a hell of a lot more kills. We have a T-70 on the field, which should hopefully push back a lot of these Axis forces. Shock troops pulling on back. Conscripts, though, pushing on forward. T-70 trying to kill that Grenadier squad, but last unable to. Meanwhile, now pushing on the MG-30. I'm sorry, MG-42. I almost said 34 as well, because I'm thinking of the OKW. Mortar pulling back. A 6-shooter, a ton of manpower. I mean, you could deploy an artillery field officer. It looks like you pretty much skipped. Yeah, you skipped infantry company, which is a waste because you have so much manpower. MG would be good. Mortar would be good. I mean, you could get yourself a pack gun as well. But the Soviets essentially just pushed the Wehrmacht back. Huh. The OKW is holding off the British quite easily, but the Wehrmacht's being pounded by the Soviets. Okay. Interesting. Meanwhile, just making observations. Any case, actually, funny enough, I'm watching the World War II week by week by Time Ghost. It's literally on. It's also on their YouTube channel, World War II. But what I'm enjoying about that is literally seeing, because right now they're doing Operation Compass and what that entails, and I just love the fact that, I mean, again, from an outset of World War II, you know what's gonna happen. But I'm so amazed by what is currently happening in Africa, like day by day, and like what the Italians' mindset is, and even reaction by the Germans. Because I would be sitting there, and some of the quotes, I'm like, I feel like this is them, like, hindsight, like a modern YouTuber or a commenter being like, oh God, Italy, why? But it's hilarious. I mean, it's also very intriguing as well, the tactics used. So, hey, really highly recommend it. For other content creators, you know, giving a shout out. Meanwhile, Stern Pioneers easily push back the Brits. They're in heavy cover, makes sense. And with additional support, the British are having a hard time really breaking anything. Wow, okay. We have an MG-42 in mid, stops the conscript blob in its tracks. Oh, there it is. Sniper pulling some shots along with another blob of conscripts. These ones actually have, I'm sorry, there's Pinos lodged in there, so it's hard to see. I have PTRS rifles, so the opening fire might be able to kill the scout car. Panzer Grenadier blob moving on in, but he has nothing good against infantry. He has one flamethrower unit, but they're not going to measure up to shock troops. In a matter of fact, if I see them engage, they're more likely to give the Soviets the flamethrower rather than being useful with it, probably, in my opinion. MG being hit by the mortar. Again, a lot of Panzer Grenadiers. Why? I'm so confused. Mortar half-track, just trying to support. Not doing too bad. T-70 as well on standby. Could probably push on in to just... I'm not saying you have to engage. I know it's very, very dangerous to engage Panzer Grenadiers, but you can fire shots from range and actually do some damage. Anyway, yeah, the Brits are being smashed right now. Armored car get defeated by an AT grenade, maybe? Mixture half-track? Half-track get the kill? Or Verkenwerfer? It was Verkenwerfer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Got two, so I'm assuming also got the Universal Carrier. So, Universal Carrier and Armored car been destroyed. Canisters are now being knocked offline. Or slowly taken out. So we could see the Allies, which actually have superiority in fuel, start to go down. Although one thing is literally how, like, parallel it is. Because while the Germans are doing exceptionally well and right, so are the Soviets. Not as well, but still. They're definitely pushing the Germans back in this area. Omnizil is in a situation where I'm curious what he's doing, is what I'm saying. So he's getting a Panzer IV, I'm assuming. Or maybe an Ostwind, and then combine that with the Panzer Grenadiers for anti-armor. But the Soviets do have a lot of infantry. AT, they have that as well. They have definitely infantry that can fight armor. The biggest issue right now is these Panzer Grenadiers on both sides. Like, are they going to be effective? We'll see. We got Stug on the field. All right. We got massive British counterattack on right. Again, British have leveled up. They've got 5-man squads, a lot of infantry. Problem is their weapons. They've upgraded to Piats. Fun fact, a small one. Piats aren't going to do all that much versus infantry. They'll do something, but not as much as a Bren gun. Brens would obviously be a superior tactic. However, as I say before, destroy the enemy cover, then you can do more damage to them. And if that's what the Piats are for, great, but I don't think you need 3 squads of Piats in order to achieve that objective. I honestly don't think you need that. MG kind of moving on in. Right now, these Volk squads are, one, trying to get around, but I think the British, because they're staying in one spot, opening fire, should be fine. Maybe they'll throw a grenade. I think that fire grenade is still offending them, incendiary. Does a little bit of damage. Volk squads will probably have to fall back. Piats just missing the target. Again, better against armor than infantry. Meanwhile, again, additional British... Oh my god, I'm just looking at this guy being annihilated. He has no army. Lots of manpower, though. So I would expect armor out quite soon. Because, yeah, he's not doing great, but he definitely has enough for a fierce counterattack. I love how this British infantry is focusing on the cannon warfare, not the armor that's literally one large Piat volley away from dying. Yeah, that probably would have helped a few seconds ago, but whatever. At least you're killing the cannon warfare and forcing it to retreat. So you'll at least try to capture that point. Nice. Now get the AT gun into better cover, and oh wait, no, the MG's guarding it. I think it might be a trap. If that was an actual intentional trap, that was a really good setup. Again, if you can bait your enemy to think they're gonna get something, that's how, like, if I have to give an example. A great example would be Von Ivan. He's a really amazing Company of Heroes 2 player, but he will literally make people believe that this is the perfect opportunity, because there are times that it's like, again, where it's like, okay, the enemy's weak. If I press now, I can break him. And Von Ivan's sitting there being like, all right, best of luck. And then literally 2 minutes later, their entire army dies. So you just have to play smart, play very well, and know that whatever you go into, it could be the downfall of the enemy, or it could be an absolute trap. So anyway, shock troops not doing fine, holding the place. I think, again, they're still, I don't know, they're not as close as I want them to be. They're still doing damage, and the Panzer Grenadiers aren't doing as much behind. The shock troops are obviously losing, but they're still holding strong. Huge blob coming on in. Oh my god, Stuka missed it. I think he got 1 kill. 1 man died in that bomb. Poor man. Poor guy. PTRS rifles giving chase to the Stug. British are trying to retake these points, but Volk squads and MGs are giving them hell. Meanwhile, we have a Cromwell on the field over here. We have a half-track pulling on back after being shot at. Blob's moving. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, fun fact. So this Soviet is being guided by early warning. So surprise mechanics literally is about to help with the assistance of a major surprise for these mortar half-tracks. So how long do you think it's going to take in the move? Or do you think, oh, wow, that was a lot quicker than expected. New question. How long do you think it's going to take them to die? Or do any of them die? Okay. Judging by how that blob is being maneuvered, I'm going to say it's a dumb blob because it seems like they're all in one group, not microed. It's, yeah, maybe a little bit better on the micro, might be better. Mortar half-tracks make it out. Panzer Grenadiers will move on in to counteract the T-34-85 variant that is now on the field. Taking some shots, missed the target. What the hell? No, I want this camera angle, thank you. Sorry, game. Anyway, artillery or something. No, incendiary artillery is coming on in. On the right, we have the British pulling back. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Sure, why not? Anyway, so they're pulling on back. It's fine, whatever. Wait, hold on. So, we have artillery coming on in. And yeah, doing quite a bit of damage. Not bad whatsoever. Alright, so again, push back some units. They'll do fine. They'll be absolutely fine. Now, if we look over by this artillery, yeah, it's the Sexton. Is anything guarding it? Well, let's see. No, honestly, there's no mines in this sector. There's nothing. So, if the enemy were to flank along this corridor and attack this thing, there would be nothing stopping an attack on this unit. So that's the thing, I would say, is right now this artillery needs some cover, whether mines or anything, and you have some munitions you could do that. But just as a note, if you attack the enemy, expect the enemy to rebuttal with, well, whatever they've been saving up. And overall, the Axis have been doing pretty good. Remember, Milam and Rifle can't put caches down, so it's up to 6-shooter and Arsenal. Also, 6-shooter has not put down any cargo trucks and is 1,700 manpower. Jesus. Meanwhile, looks like some fire came down. Conscripts in a full retreat. A lot of men died in that pile. I'm assuming some bundle grenades, maybe. 5 kills, 0 kills, 2, maybe? Maybe it was bundle grenade? I'm actually a little unsure about what did that. Maybe mortar half-tracks might have done that. Whatever the case may be, the Allies still have a lot of armor. They have T-34, 85, and they have a 76 variant. So they can definitely overwhelm. Let's see, this is 1 Stug. The problem, though, is Panzer Grenadiers. You need to deal with them. Quickest way would be shock troops, maybe some fire. Oh, Cerberix Strike would be great. Call that in when you see the blob. They get pinned and maybe you run them over. Meanwhile, armor's now hitting mid. Again, that's going to be an issue for Milam. Also, rifle and fortification, so we got some additional defenses. Let's see. We got armored assault tactics. Nothing else for HF, but we'll see what he picks soon. Pens Fusiliers trying to guard the point. But, yeah, armor's going to be a small issue, especially with the incoming blob coming on in to really counteract. Now, there's a Tiger here, but there's a... Oh, my God. Well, Deus just was like, surprise, and deployed a F-ton infantry. Panzer Grenadier's going to die, most likely. Yep, I think he might be trying to throw a grenade. He's going to lose another blob member, isn't he? Oh, my God. Run, Panzer Grenadiers! Run, Stug, run! There's a... Oh, my God, there's a lot of equipment over here. Why did you throw a satchel? That's the biggest question of the day. Why didn't you throw a satchel? Yeah, Tiger Tank, oh, yeah, I would say it maneuvered over here. Good for it. British infantry pulling on back. We have some British forces trying to... Yeah, you realize this. Nope, Tiger's aiming at me. I'm out. Peace. And, yeah, the blob is now chasing the Tiger. Vehicle only is being applied to the Tiger, so that could be an issue. We have some type of strike coming on in, and a Stuka that I can hear. He's going to retreat. Now, will he hit it on the retreat path? He doesn't really hit it. So, we'll see. T-30-45 kills 1 mortar half-track, but we have a small issue with it being on low health, and the Panzer Grenadier is giving chase, though I don't think anyone's going to Panzerfaust it, nor do I think that T-34 will die. I actually think it will escape. Okay. Wow! That's a hell of a slap to the face. It killed your men while running away. It got away, and you paid the price. But, that being said, we have an IS-2 on the field. Yeah, Papa Stalin's very mad and deployed a IS-2. Do we have anything? Okay, so it looks like here that Rifle's deploying all artillery, which risky versing the Sexton, but hey, he's using it to counteract the Sexton and keep it on the move. Remember, Sexton wildfires can't move, so if you can get a couple shots in, you definitely weaken it, maybe kill it if you're lucky. Very lucky. But not a terrible plan. Meanwhile, we have a Comet Tank by HF deploying. We actually have 2 Comet Tanks on the field right now. Hot damn, he was saving up. So that could be an issue for the Axis in terms of a lot of armor hitting them very quickly. Armor-wise, he still have the Tiger, but that's in mid. We have a small German counterattack on left, but T-34 and some conscripts are easily taking the fuel and killing the scout car. Panzer Grenadier is coming on in, but again, get your distance, back up. And also call in an IS-2. That's also a really good option I didn't think about. I thought he would go to mid, but no. IS-2's in IS-2's on the left side of the map, and yeah, the main gun is probably gonna light these suckers up if it can hit target. It would be great if you would actually hit something. We have a lot of artillery though raining down. Hold on. Oh, this guy built artillery. Amnesia build artillery of his own. So you have 3 RD pieces on the map. You can say it's a bit of an RD spam, but I wouldn't necessarily call it that, because not like the Axis, I'm sorry, the Allies can't just target it. They literally can send a tank straight down Main Street and kill it. Like, no joke. Look, there's nothing, no mines or anything stopping a direct assault. And you can even use smoke, so you can see it like the pathway, make sure there's no armor or anything there. And again, you can aim it across the map so the enemy doesn't know what you're looking at. Maybe they think, so if you want to set back armor or call in a strike, you could. They both went artillery. Okay. So we have 3 Sextons on the field right now. Meanwhile, IS-2 still doing damage to the Panther, while the T-34 85 still gets some nice hits into the Panther. I still think a Panther could win against 85, but it's still not a bad tank to at least keep the Panther back. It's like a T-34 that it can beat a Panzer IV. It's unlikely, but it can do so under the right circumstances. You just need to use it right and have it well supported. And by God, it will definitely help you. Meanwhile, we have artillery coming down. Oh, they're taking the hill. How many kills does the sniper have? 0, so it's a new sniper. Okay, last one died. Good to know. Have we seen any additional snipers? I don't think we have at all. Or I'm looking for any units as well. Yeah, all the snipers are relatively dead. That's... Nope. No, I'm sorry. I spoke too soon to Sylvia. One has 12 kills. Okay, that would be helpful in mid. There's an MG back here, so yeah, sniper would be helpful to pick off the MG. Meanwhile, left side is still under control of the Allies, which, again, good for them. They at least have fuel and resources. But the big issue is Axis are still controlling both VPs, so that will wear you down. Though, it's still a very close game. Both are roughly 30 points apart, so hot damn. Meanwhile, Tiger being shot by an SU-85. There's free Panzer Shreks right here, but no, that's fine. You also drop smoke. Panzer Fusiliers giving chase. Maybe killed the sniper. Maybe that's what they're doing. Again, one of them died. Sniper pulling back. G43s are tearing into it, and they kill it. That's when you retreat. If you see a G43 and you have a sniper, get the heck out of there. You will instantly die. You will not live very long. Cervix strike coming on in, suppressing infantry. IS-2 having a field day, putting shots. Not kills, though, which is a weird thing. It's not getting it got a great... it got an A grade hit, but the rest of the shots have been kind of eh. So, conscripts opening fire, slowly trying to push back these grenadiers. Cervix strike coming on in. Smoke coming on in? Oh, plane got hit. Still alive, though. So they're trying to, they're smoked down by the Soviets. Nice plane flying overhead. Again, Panzer Grenadiers, they're fine, but all these conscripts totally going to be fine. Like, in my opinion, I think there's, yeah, with the plane still flying overhead, with the tank support. Why there's a Katyusha on the front, I have no fucking clue. But, that didn't work. That obviously didn't work. Meanwhile, lots of infantry being pushed back by the other IS-2 on the field, by Deus. So 59 and Deus have that. We also have some mines on the field, so not too bad to stop a huge German push into your base, especially when you have a lot of artillery. And you still have 2 comets, which is kind of surprising, honestly. Tiger tank is still alive. Artillery trying to come down on the Tiger. Tiger and the IS-2 are exchanging fire long range. Tiger's taking initiative, chasing after the IS-2, though IS-2 is now being backed up by doubles AT. Most likely the 6-pounders will do enough to push back the Tiger. I don't know how much, but they will. They absolutely will. Obosodaten moving on in on those locations. The AT gun group. Comet tank are on standby, fully healed, waiting for them to push up, because they also have a Firefly to back them up. Like, they could theoretically overwhelm mid, maybe even press for the Stuka, but they're not doing that. AT guns trying to be targeted. Not really all that much hit, to be quite frank. Also, Vet Vet2, very nice with SGG-44 upgrades. Very impactful on the battlefield versus infantry. Not so much against armor, but I mean, still has a trick up its sleeve with the red smoke. But yeah, it's definitely wants to get the hell out of there. We have a Panther, it's still alive with the Stug. No real repairs, which is weird. He also has a lot of grenadiers, that's good for him, and artillery. So not much stopping the Allies in this case from just charging forward and killing this artillery. Like, I am surprised this artillery is still a thing, because you can literally go up. And again, I highly recommend that. If you're worried about it, make sure you have a recon ability of some sort. And they do. They have early warning, so they can see the enemy position, so they know there's nothing there. And again, if you're worried about mines, bring minesweepers. It's 30 bonus to your starter engineer. As long as it doesn't die, it's really just a munition thing. Both rifle grenades completely whiffed. Good job there. Katyusha now coming down, so we got another one on the field. Hopefully this one doesn't immediately die. T-34 getting shot by Panzergrenadiers. You can either run it over and get close enough so it doesn't fire, or get the hell out. Very risky with 3 Panzergrenadiers fully upgraded. So, yeah, just pull back. Although T-34 coming on in with the Cervic Strike, they're going to run through, and they're going to actually run through the fire. And that's actually a real... I don't know if he did that on purpose, but if he can get them weak enough and they go over the hot fire, they might kill the units. Now, it's dissipating now, but if you do that tandem, with the attack, that would be very effective. Now we have a Stug, a Vet 2, Garment Skirts, and a Panther opening fire. Right now, the IS-2 has advantage because this thing is showing its rear armor, so I have no idea what's going on. Cervic Strike still doing damage against the infantry. Barely alive, tries to get the hell out of there. Major attack on right. Double Comets moving on in against the Tiger. Oh! Main gun destroyed, popping smoke. Half track, very good play by Milam. Trying to get his Tiger safety. Drop some smoke. Artillery's rained down in this position. Again, he sacrificed the half track, but it was worth it. Oh, zeroing's in effect, my apologies. He's trying to delay the armor. 1 MG suppressing all this, but IS-2 is going to remove that from the field. So that way his men doesn't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, not a terrible idea in any way, but still something of note. Panzer Fusiliers pushing on in. Oh, okay, I thought they were going to go around, but no, they're coming through here. Up, we have grenades going off. The last one was a good hit because he turned into it. But allies now have mid. Unfortunately, they lost left, but there's not much stopping anybody from taking it. The infantry's a bit weakened. I'm sorry, the infantry. The armor's a bit weakened, but the infantry's coming back on the front, so that's good. All Vet 3, so very good there. We have a new Tiger. 6-shooter got his own. Okay. Again, we have allied forces being pushed back once again. We have a new... No, it's in Comet. Okay. Cannon gets a great shot. Again, 2 of them can do a lot of damage very quickly if you let it. King Tiger's about to hit the mine if he goes up anymore. Or throw an AT grenade. That would be great. Oh my god, only if it hit the mine, it would have probably died. Meanwhile, for Cannon opening fire, they're giving chase and also dropping in, as you can see here, perimeter overwatch. That will hit them in that position. But I think if Cannon will kill the Comet. Oh no, it retreated before it could fire. Damn. Hot. Damn. Firefly on standby. We have a tire tank pushing up through mid. Oh, IS-2. Sophomore, they can shoot. Oh my god, steal it. Steal it. Please steal it. Please steal it. Don't. Oh my god. A German IS-2 would have been amazing. Anyway, Shocktroop's trying to get the hell out of there. Tiger giving chase the S-285. S-285 still backing on up. If only there was a mine there to stop them. Because an S-285 can... Oh my god, T-34 by 59 coming in with the clutch. S-285 firing from the ass. Gets a direct shot through the main tailpipe and penetrates that thing very, very well. And knocks out the tank, so very good. So that's a heavy tank. Both sides lost, so that will help, I think. Let's see, army-wise for the Wehrmacht, it's like upper 70s. For the Axis, it's... a little different, I would say probably like mid to low 70s. Probably something around there. Again, not terrible, but could be a lot better. Oh, any case. Conscripts, again, all Vet 3, very nice, trying to hold the line. We have ourselves, oh, frag bomb come, oh no. Oh, that was a home run right there. 3 squads and you're out. Truly, yeah, that was why you did not move that, I don't know, but that's going to be definitely a positive for you guys. Meanwhile, Tiger Tank's coming back down, pushing back the British infantry. Again, long-range AT supported by infantry would be your best bet to hold back the Tiger. Unfortunately, you have the AT gun in front, so literally Panzer's like, cool, we can just shoot that thing and not even worry about you guys, because you guys don't have enough damage to really hurt us. Firefly and Comet trying to kill the Tiger. They're not going to be able to because they can't pin him unless they fire the missile barrage, which he can't do. He doesn't... Well, now he seriously can't do it. Comet tank counterattacking against Panzer Fusiliers. T-34 is on standby. Shock troops have also been deployed. Not much of an army. He's lost all of his conscripts. I think all same thing with 59. He's deploying more. But it's one of those situations where you have to rebuild your army, where the Axis are like, cool, my army's pretty much set. I kind of just save up to whatever I want. Panther pulling on back, shock troops trying to take mid. I would assume they want to take mid. Nope, they want to fight the Panther, even though it will do absolutely nothing. I just want to point that out. Alright, you can drop smoke to stop from this from taking as much damage. Unless the direct fire through it and actually hit your units. But overall, I'm just kind of flabbergasted, because you figure they would target the biggest threat here. And obviously, the biggest threat here is shock troops taking the point and continuing and running the clock to kind of even things out. Meanwhile, flamethrowers holding off Pioneer should win with the flamethrower. Meanwhile, as well, British infantry trying to push for the hill. Managed to drive back the Volk squads, but they're Vet 5, so not something you want to take lightly. Oh boy. Any case, T-34 coming on in. And right now we're in a situation where the armor is not in a great state on this side. Like, where's the repairs? Where's like that? Like, I'm surprised we're not seeing this stuff healed, especially because he has so much munitions and he has an ability to heal your units. He has the ability to heal his units for 30 munitions. Sure, they decrease munition input, but yeah, it could, you know, you definitely want to help with that. Meanwhile, shock troops trying to hold on to mid with everything they can. S-285 pulling some pop shots, but again, has to heal. God, get some repairs. Sniper is trying to just spot the Tiger. Maybe it's shooting it. I think it's having trouble doing damage or penetrating, if that is the case. Also, give it up to Rifle for having 3 Vet 4 or a Vet 5 unit. So very, very good job. With at least preservation. Not too bad for some of these other guys. Milam as well. Fantastic job with your upgrades, good sir. You have some, probably more of the Rifle. You have some very nice veteran troops. So yeah, meanwhile, it looks like they managed to push the Axis out of mid. Red is pulling on back with this S-285, which I find really annoying. He's able to pull back with. Meanwhile, Comets are over here with all the priests still kind of open. Again, if you're not using it, pull back to your base. That way, there's less likelihood of the enemy finding it and killing it. Meanwhile, we have Pencil Sleeves coming in to fight off the Royal Engineers. They will, because the Royal Engineers have decreased attack power because of the MG. Again, if you give someone an MG, they're going to have one less guy fighting, so not as effective. Unless you're a Stern Pioneer, then you can kind of put it away. Which also, I don't know, I figure like British are like, oh, I have a shovel. Put it in my back. Alright, now I can fight. I can see how that can be annoying, but still, just throwing it out there. Anyway, armor being pushed back by tank destroyers, or a tank destroyer, with the Cervix strike actually pushing back the Tiger. New artillery still raining down. Tiger's pulling on back. We have a decent flank coming on in. Nice job spreading out your units so at least one of them gets behind the lines. And most likely, yeah, the MG's going to take some casualties from the incendiary. Oh, we lose a Cromwell? Oh, they killed it. Hot damn. And the enemy surrenders. Okay. Was it their own artillery? I guess some of it died, so that's good. Only 1 kill, so I'm assuming Rifle got a lucky shot on it. Honestly, the left, it's kind of astonishing that 59 was doing actually this well. I figured the Wehrmacht would do more of a fight. I think it was these Panzer Grenadiers that was really doing it. Nice artillery kills. He got 41 with it, so hot damn. You're really trying to help your ally out over there. So that's good. But overall, this is just a game where I think repairs are needed. Like, additional support is what really did each other in. Most damage goes to Milam, with most kills going to Omnizel, so good job there. And then on the flip side, the allies got most damage with 59, and most kills as well goes to him. If I had to guess why, his armor would probably be the main reason. Specifically, his T-34. We'll confirm. No, IS-2, 34 kills. Hot damn. But in any case, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you to my Patreon supporter and awesome RNG God supporter level, Milam. Also, Rifles in this, so unexpected. But hey, it works out. It was a really good game. Highlights some good teamwork tactics and some good plays with OKW versus the Brits. And maybe not, well, you know, what not to do with the Germans. Don't double up your, don't double up your play style and get both get grenadiers. Maybe try to, you know, separate units and different commanders, kind of help each other out in the synchrony. Also, like 6-shooter, why'd you go this doctrine? Frag bomb's great and Tiger's great, but you know that you can go like good. Yeah, have a heavy tank, a good call in, and also, you know, in this game, you could have used the Opal Blitz trucks. I'm just pointing that out because it doesn't seem like you used it. So make sure to use your doctrine to its greatest potential, because I hate to break it, but the Axis were not penetrating Allied lines at all. But in any case, what do you think? Leave it down in the comments down below. Make sure, once again, guys, to like, subscribe. Does help out the channel. And again, if you want to, check out my Patreon down below. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Josh, Milam, Joey G240, Just Thomas Plays, Spartycus, Rifle, JrChicklis, Pyroshark, Ion, Ollie, Ace, GTA, and Jakub Osweight. Thank you all for your incredible support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.